Christmas! And it's Christmas Eve. And for today's Christmas Eve special, we have the Sea Lovers Gin.
It's from Auckland.
Yeah.
It's by Lunatic Lovers who make rum. I like their Lunatic Lovers bottles. They're like ceramic heads, but we don't really drink rum.
No, not rum drinkers. Otherwise, this would be a rum channel, not a gin channel. What do we know about it?
It is a sea-inspired gin, and all the packaging is either recycled elements or can be recycled or natural. So there's no plastic wrap. There is all-natural cork. The bottle comes from 100% post-consumer recycled glass, and it is 42% below. It is 42%
ABV.
Yes, 42% ABV.
Interestingly enough, we're 42% below.
We are.
Well,
but
42 degrees below.
We shouldn't mention that because that's no longer not even New Zealand owned brand. It's distilled with oyster shells, kelp and rosemary, and I think it might have some lime in there as well, because they talk about it being paired quite well with lime and rosemary. A sprig of rosemary.
A sprig of rosemary. Definite links to the sea then. Even rosemary traditionally came from sort of the coastal regions of the Mediterranean, so definite links there. I understand.
It's a random fact, I didn't know.
Random fact. I understand $5 from every bottle goes to charity as well.
A sea charity? Must be, surely. Does it say that on the bottle? Oh, it will just say something about, to learn more about Sea Lovers Gin and the marine conservation organisation we support.
There you go.
So it goes, okay. $5 from every bottle goes to marine conservation.
Yeah, there we go. Michelle, we've had a couple of gins last 12 months that have had oyster in them. Not necessarily oyster shell, so I'm interested to see what that effect has. The kelp, well, the Isle of Harris gin has sugar kelp in it, which gave a sweetness to it. But
we've had other ones with kelp, and it depends on the kelp, doesn't it?
It's different kelp. So North Island kelp talks about imparting an umami flavour. Now, umami is the fifth of the five flavours. I believe it's a Japanese word that translates roughly to savoury, meaty flavour.
You said we've had one with oyster, and I think it had oyster shell. The one we did with Kath, it's called something like oyster gin.
Yeah, and it was quite oystery. I think it actually had oysters somewhere in the process, whereas this just has the oyster shell. It's going to be interesting to see what the difference is.
Yeah, even though it says Auckland, I thought it came from somewhere near the Mount, but I could be wrong.
Okay. Well, enough talk. Time for a sniff. I am getting a savoury hit. There's juniper on the nose, but also something, almost a salty smell. Okay, that's unusual. There's almost a spicy flavour in there. It's almost like they've dialed the acacia bark up a little bit. It's that spicy sweet flavour, and that's the residual taste I've got. Actually almost on the roof of my mouth.
Yeah, I've got a tingle at the front of my tongue.
Yeah.
And I've got that spice on the sides. But you're right, there's something sweet in there too.
It's like the flavour you have left in your mouth after you have like a cinnamon cookie.
Oh, that's an interesting one. Not a salt and vinegar.
No, it's it's completely unlike what I was expecting.
Oh, you're right. Over time, you get cinnamon, but not overbearing, and that nice, sweet way. Yeah.
Which is quite interesting because it's quite a sharp flavour up front, quite savoury, and then that kind of disappears, and you're left with this sort of warm, spicy sweetness at the end. That's quite interesting.
I was really hoping that this would be good because I was the one that picked the order would be.
So this was going to be your
make it or break it. I'm not sure it's my favourite one so far, but it hasn't disappointed. It hasn't disappointed on that oyster gin.
Yeah.
I thought this was risky, but no, I like this much better.
Yeah, I like this as well. First sip right up front, it's like wow, and I was like,
what is that? Wow.
Yeah, I wasn't quite sure I was going to like it, but as it just kind of sits there, it's actually got this beautiful warming mouthfeel, and it coats the whole back of your tongue. And
should we put the splash in?
Let's tonic it up.
So
the tonic changes the characteristics completely. You get more of that sweetness come out now, and that's not just because the tonic's sweet. It's brought a different flavour out from the gin. It's nice.
I wonder whether maybe a tonic with a bit of a cucumber lean would be quite...
Given the botanicals, maybe a Mediterranean tonic.
Yeah, Mediterranean tonic.
Lovely.
What would you pair it with food-wise? Yeah, I mean, you can never go wrong with cheese and crackers, but...
Yeah, I was gonna say blue cheese.
Some mussels.
Yeah, mussels. Well, I think the blue cheese, because I think like that's given me a lot of sweet now, whereas before it was giving me straight, it was giving me a different flavour. Seafood, oysters,
Kokoda.
ceviche. Yeah, oysters, mussels.
What a great way.
What a great way to end our 24 days of reviews.
Yeah. So shout out to our friend Kath who inspired us to do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shout out to you for putting up with the fact that I've been quite driven on making sure that this would go through.
And shout out for you for your endless hours of editing and putting it all together. So.
Yeah. And a big shout out to you guys.
Absolutely.
For sticking with us for 24 days.
Well, sticking with us for the whole year, and hope you have a really great Christmas, and we'll see you probably in the new year.
Possibly in the new year, maybe in between.
Who knows? We'll see what we can find. In the meantime, Merry Christmas. Gin is all it is.
Ho, 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 ho.